Hello YouTube, welcome to another watch review video. Today we're going to be looking at the Atlantic Seaport automatic 40mm dress watch, and there it is. Now I believe this is a YouTube first. I cannot find another watch review of this particular model on YouTube, which means I'm either going to get 30,000 views or 30 views. Time will tell. So usual format, divide this review into 3 parts, have a look at the watch, some specifications and pricing, etc. Then discuss why I bought the watch, and then whether or not I think you should buy this watch. So I actually bought this one second hand. Comes in a reasonable leather box on the ubiquitous cushion. Now this is not its original strap. I will show you the original strap here. This one was a little bit worn when I got it. A reasonable leather faux croc, but with the world's most ridiculous little tang. Look at that, it's like a toothpick there. Now this is a 2011 model. I have a look at the website. I'll put a link in the description down below to the Atlantic website. As far as I can tell, the only difference between this one and the current model is that they've done something about that ridiculous tang buckle. This one's on a Hirsch Ranger Retro. So 40mm in diameter. We've got a domed sapphire crystal, Dauphin hands, applied indices here. Really quite nice there. You can see the logo, applied indices, little frame around the date window as well. Atlantic, Swiss made, it says there. A lesser known Swiss brand since 1888. Changed their name to Atlantic in the 1920s, I believe. And this is one of their staple models, the Seaport Automatic. They also do the World Master, I believe, is probably their most famous model. So this is on a Hirsch Ranger Retro strap, a 21mm lug width, and a nice matching gold tang. I really do enjoy these Hirsch Ranger Retro straps from Watch Obsession. Now, probably the best feature of this watch is the movement, and that display case is just lovely there. This is the ETA 28242, so Swiss made watch, Swiss made movement. Every review of this movement says it's a workhorse and it's reliable, so I shall do the same. I will also say that in this particular watch, it is particularly nicely decorated. Not particularly decorated there, but it's all gold. It really suits this. It's a 316L stainless steel case with a gold PVD plating, domed sapphire crystal, as I said, and normally on a calf leather strap. So why did I buy this watch? I bought this watch for a little bit of gold in my collection. A great summer watch here. I'm in Australia, if you haven't already guessed, and I think on a leather strap it looks really good to wear over the summer month. But I am flipping this watch. I have just sold it, and I'll tell you the reasons for that. I've got some calipers here. We'll get them out, have a quick look at the measurements. So 40mm across, 43 across if you include the crown. As I said, 21mm lug width, but for me this is the key dimension with this watch. Look at that lug length, 50.75mm. I'm going to bring in an Orient Bambino, another well-known 40mm dress watch. You can have a look elsewhere for my review of this one. 46.2, much smaller. The Bambino wears like a 40mm. This wears like a much bigger watch. I'll pop it on my wrist here. That's the reason I'm flipping it. I always felt like this watch was sitting on top of me. It was never really part of me. It just kind of sits there because of those really long legs, the long lugs. 11.5mm thick. Not too bad, especially considering it's got one of those ETA 2824s and the dome sapphire crystal. A really attractive watch. $349 on Massdrop. So you're getting an awful lot of watch for your money, I think. Swiss made. Reliable Swiss movement, 38-hour power reserve, loom on those Dauphin hands, loom pip all the way around the outside, 50 meters water resistance. So, you know, there's definitely an element of everyday practicality with this watch, but you need to be bigger than I am, I think, to pull this one off. I've got about a 7-inch wrist. If you like these big watch faces, because the face goes all the way to the edge, it gives an impression of being a much bigger watch, I think. If you're a bigger guy, or you like a bigger style of watch, or you're not frightened of these really long lugs, then I think there's a real bargain to be had here with this watch, the Atlantic Seaport. Have a look on Massdrop. There are a number of them. They're up there fairly regularly. There are a variety of different case, dial, and strap combinations. It's not for me. I'm selling it. I think I'm downsizing my watch collection and also shrinking the size of the physical watches themselves. This one, I enjoyed it. I enjoyed the gold, but I'll maybe be looking for something with smaller lugs in the future. So Atlantic Seaport, can I recommend it? Yes, but with conditions. Try and see if you can get your hands on one first. Or as I said, if you're a bigger guy, if you're a 7.5, 8-inch wrist, then maybe this will suit you better than it suited me.